How you doing today, my dog?
Man, life's good, my baby.
Yes, sir. Once again, it's another episode of the Stab Lab Podcast. I'm Calvin.
Lord Poe in the building.
And we with the Stab Lab Podcast. But before we get into our topics and our guests, man, I need y'all to do me one favor. Stop, like, and subscribe to our content, man. We appreciate y'all for joining our community. We growing tremendously. I need you to do one more favor, too. Go and vote for us, man, at the Detroit Choice Awards so we can win the best podcast in the city.
Yes,
we need that a lot, man, and we appreciate y'all. We didn't ask to be here, but we here now, and we taking over flat out. You know what I'm saying? I'm popping my shit flat out. But I ain't trying. I'm still humble with it, though. We still growing. You know what I'm saying? We still doing our thing. But I'm feeling good today. It was a long day today, unexpectedly. I got a lot of things going for myself, man, that I'm proud of, especially starting off the year right. It's only, 2 months in. We at February 16th, 17th, whatever, and I've got a lot of stuff accomplished. I opened up a lot of new doors, got a lot of stuff done that I've been wanting to do, so I'm proud of myself. So I got to give myself a pat on the back for that, man, because, you know what I'm saying? I don't, we really don't ever give ourselves the accomplishments or, what we deserve. We always beating ourselves down. You know what I'm saying? And like, damn, well, I ain't did this or I didn't get this done or I didn't do this. But we really need to give ourselves a pat on the back, man. So how your week been, brother?
Man, blessed, bro. Heavy motion.
Heavy motion.
Heavy motion.
So you over there working, my boy?
Yeah.
Same grind, different day.
Same grind.
yeah. But we got a special guest in the building today, man. A 22-year-old young entrepreneur from the east side. He's growing up, you know what I'm saying, on the right path. And I need y'all to do me one favor. Give it up for my homeboy, Jay Rucci from the east side, baby.
Let's make some noise, goddammit.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man.
Mr. Jay Rucci in the building.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, let them know, man. Give me your information, where you from, what you do, and all of that good
I'm
stuff.
from the east side of Detroit, man. I'm a serial entrepreneur. If you don't know, it's Jay Rucci, the rich-ass nerd. If I just started naming off what I do a lot of shit. Instagram, you go get me on Instagram, at Jay Rucci. I'm the same thing on Twitter, and that's about it.
All right, Jay Rucci, where you from, man?
From the east side of Detroit, Harper and Van Dyke.
Okay, yeah, I'm from 7 Mile and Van Dyke. Yeah,
This is Nevada and Van Dyke.
Oh, so we all Van Dykerins.
Yes,
Van Dykerins up in here, man.
This is dope.
Yeah, man, but we appreciate you for coming on, man, spending time with us at the lab.
Appreciate y'all.
Dropping some jewels, you know what I'm saying? I think the young crowd need to, hear your story, what you got going on right now. Let them know exactly what the Rich Nerds is. And
so Rich Ass Nerds, it's a collective, a group. Everybody a rich ass nerd. If you get money and you intellectual and you smart, bro, you a rich ass nerd. If you're not smart, you can get smarter.
Right.
And if you don't got money, you can get money. That's one thing about the United States of America.
Right.
So if you know how to get money, you smart. Or if you're not smart, you don't get money at a point in time, you can, especially if you join our group chat on Telegram.
Oh.
If you join the Rich Ass Nerd group chat on Telegram, I for sure can make you a rich ass nerd if you're not a rich ass nerd already.
I feel that, man. I feel that. So,
Like the confidence.
yeah. You for a 22-year-old to be talking the way you talk, you know what I'm saying? We don't really hear that a lot. We don't really get those. We get the turn up, the we about to hit the club. Where the hoes at, all
Turn
that.
up too though.
No, for sure. But I see you got the more important side, the business side.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
most important.
saying? And once again, we appreciate you for coming on. So, what you got going on right now, man? You said behind the scenes, you had a trucking company.
Yep, hell yeah. I got a trucking company. Now it's a box trucking company. I'm an author. I'm writing a book, Switch to Be Rich. I got a book out right now. That's you can click the link in my bio on Gumroad. Teach you about personal credit, building business credit. It's an ebook. That book only $20. You can go get it right now. Like that's out right now. Teach you about personal credit, building a business credit, teach you everything about payment processors, teach you everything about payroll so you can pay your people, teach you everything about certain tax codes and everything like that as well. And for people who don't know nothing about business credit, I got the top 20 starters that you need that if you start an LLC tomorrow or have an EIN, if you get it tomorrow, you can sign up for these things and I guarantee you will get approved or I'll give you the money back for the book.
Sweet. So did you start the ebook by yourself?
Hell yeah, I wrote that book in 7 days.
7 days? When did you start? Like, what age bracket did you start, like, learning all of this?
18, 19. So about 3 years ago, before this wave of entrepreneur teaching had came out, about 2019, that's like when they start surfacing on Instagram. All these influential people putting out content. It's this guy named Alex Good Energy, and he opened the door for me. I paid for his trucking course, paid him $3,000 for a trucking course, some money that I had saved up, and he opened the door to somebody named Him 500, which is pretty fucking popular by now. Like Marcus Burney at the start of this shit, like he wasn't who he was like today. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's the
like,
Him 500 dude, right?
Yeah,
right,
like,
okay.
So I was learning from them 5 years ago, and he was talking some crazy ass shit, like how he was getting like free money off the reward point, traveling for free off the reward points, and things of that sort. And he was just talking real crazy, and I just got real interested. So about 18 years old when I started learning.
Respect.
Yeah. So when did you basically be like, look, I'm at this age? Because, when you 17, 18 years old, you want to turn up, you want to go out, have fun, fuck with the hoes, you know what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But at that young age, with your mentality that you have now, what made you follow that path?
All right, so I'm keeping it 100. I had been smart or whatever, but wasn't putting everything in place until I had caught a case. And then when I caught a case, that's when stuff got real for me. And then I was like, dang, like, am I go like do this forever? And thank God, like, I had money and things of that sort at that time, because I had a lawyer where I'm not a felon. Like, thank God, I'm not a felon, and the stuff not on my
But you
record.
get the hider?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yep. And then I got blessed.
Hider, baby.
Yeah, I had a baby. Yeah, so thank God for my lawyer for that. And then the second time I got caught, it was for a warrant on the first part, but I had a gun on me too. So, but they end up dropping that because I was in a rental car went in my name, all that type of stuff. So that never even came up on me. But that little, like, 16 hours just sitting and talking to myself, like, dang, like, what you gonna do? Like, what you gonna keep playing around? Like, or you gonna get it set? Because I always had big goals for myself. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted more for myself. I always knew I was gonna be a millionaire one day. Like, I always knew this.
Right.
So, but it was more of a when you go execute on this plan that you got, or you just go be a nigga who just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it was for me. Like, just looking in the mirror, like, am I just gonna be a nigga who talk about this shit, or I'm actually go start the process of doing this shit? You know?
Right. So did your friends ever back you up on this? Because sometimes you got them friends that be like, bro, you on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And you probably like, no, I'm on some real. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some real shit. You need to come fuck with me for real.
So you know what the problem is? Niggas support you and what you do. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know, like, yeah, bro, like Rucci the one, or like, yeah, with bro on, like, you know what I'm saying? But the hard part is getting everybody on my fuck, getting everybody on that same page. Like,
right.
I want
especially the younger crowd though.
Yep. So now I got some shit called SOP, and that's standard operating procedures.
Okay.
So you gotta have this list of shit to even hang around me now. You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with that.
Like, it could be anything, bro. Like, but now, like, my standard operating procedures, you gotta have your CPO. Because you gotta be able to protect yourself legally. Gotta have your passport. I like to travel. Gotta have a 700 credit score to be around me. Gotta have an LLC started. You know what I'm saying? That's mandatory. All these things just mandatory. This just at the 4. I could keep going. You know what I'm saying? But those just like 4 pinpoints where it's like, if you around me, like, you down there got a certain time period to get this type of shit together to even stay around.
Right.
Because at this point, like, my granddad always told me, like, you only gonna be as good as the brokest nigga in your crew.
That's a fact.
You only gonna be as good as the dumbest nigga in your shit too.
That's a fact.
As well. So if people got they standard operation procedures, I feel like everybody should input that in their life as well when they evaluating their circle. Also with evaluating yourself as well too.
For you to be that age, man, it kind of blow me away for you to even say shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really we in the older generation. Poe know when we was younger, what we was doing, bro, on some bullshit, not taking care of responsibilities. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You might have been like I was on some bullshit. You was on some bullshit too, bro.
Nah.
We wasn't on that type of time though.
I grew up kind of fast.
I put myself
though,
through college, nigga.
Shit, we all did, but we wasn't on. I feel like,
nigga, speak for yourself, nigga. What I was doing, I was been on my shit. Don't put me in that category. You was on bullshit.
I was on some bullshit. I agree. I was on some bullshit, but I feel like a lot of people was on some bullshit at that time in our range of era of, the age bracket, whatever. And to be 22 years old, to have your priorities straight, to have a successful business, that really say a lot about where you're going in life. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Speak about your trucking business you was telling me about.
So I had started a trucking business. I'm officially like, how niggas doing the Soulja Boy challenge and all that shit. Mm-hmm. It's official, bro. I was the youngest nigga at 19 years of age. 19 years of age, I bought a semi truck, not the little.
Got one of the coolest bonds for that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't buy the Amazon, bitch. You know what I'm saying? The Amazon 22 for the 9. I ain't buy none of that. I bought the real big boy, real joint. And at that time, I did something kind of ignorant, but I paid cash too. It was ignorant at the time.
To buy the truck?
Cash.
Okay.
Because now I knew better to finance it, but no, I wanted to own it, get it cash. Didn't want to pay no notes, no nothing like that. Mm-hmm. I was the youngest person. Now, unfortunately, that year, my stepdad had passed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? My stepdad had passed like a day before my birthday. He was gonna be one of the first drivers, so that put me at in a rocky boat, for real. So with being 19, what I didn't even learn, which I know now, is like, now I need a representative, because I'm hopping on interviews with CDL. You need your CDL Class A to drive.
Right.
So I got my business set up perfect. You know what I'm saying? I got the Indeed app set up, like the Indeed employer app. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking applications. I'm getting on the phone with people. In the industry, they told us this already. The hardest thing to do is to keep a driver. You keep a driver longer than 6 months, you're a great company. You feel me? The whole industry is based off two things: your dispatcher and your driver. So with me not having a driver through certain months and not being able to keep one consistently, that kind of left me in a rock and a hard spot. And with trucks, you gotta pay, it's different expenses. So I was paying for parking like every month.
And it wasn't like accumulating miles and no shit like that?
Nope. So it wasn't. So it did start accumulating miles, but not through my company. So I did something smart. My basketball coach, which was my mentor, my other mentor at the time, my basketball coach had a successful trucking company already. Leased my truck on to him so that I was making money to still cover my insurance.
Okay.
So then, but somebody had came to me, my mechanic. That's why it's good to have great relationships in this business. My mechanic had told me at gym, like after months of me not running for myself and I had cashed this truck out, he had told me, like, I disclosed the numbers and everything. I paid about $40,000 for the truck. I sold the truck for $70,000.
That was a bubble though. It was a come up.
So I came up, right? But I was more upset about, I felt like I gave up on myself at the time, that I could have stuck it through, kept paying the insurance, because to run a trucking company, you got to have $1 million insurance plan.
Right.
And that's going to run you about $1,200 to $1,500 a month. Sometimes even $2,000, depending on what driver you got on your insurance.
Right.
So I'm coming out of that every month for about 8-9 months. But like I said, I leased my truck on to my mentor, so we was kind of straight. Everything was rolling. But I wasn't profiting a lot, because trucking is one of the most profitable businesses in the world. That's what I got into it for.
Right.
I sold the truck for $70,000, made $30,000 in a year span, because Alex got popular. Alex Good Energy got very fucking popular. Not everybody want to be in the trucks now.
Right. Yeah, I've been seeing that on TikTok a lot, and Instagram, everybody saying, get on, you know what I'm saying, the trucking wave.
Like I said, yeah, I got in late 2019, 2020. It's 2023. That's been like 3 years of him just growing. He got about 500,000 followers on Instagram right now.
Dang.
You feel me? If you go look, he got 500,000 followers on Instagram. Just influenced. He got over 30,000 students who hopped in the trucking game. So the prices inflated.
Right.
And in Michigan, I'm gonna get a little bit more into like little truck stuff. Like, you need like 2 axles on your truck because of the snow and the weather. It was kind of cool, because the time that I was running, the time that I was leasing it on, it was a great truck because it could handle the 1 axle because there wasn't no snow on the ground.
Right.
The buyer was in Phoenix, Arizona.
And they don't got no snow on the ground.
Right.
Right.
So that truck was perfect for them. But as if I would have sold it in the Detroit market, like the person who sold it to me, I was in the Detroit market.
Right.
$40,000 would have been a great price. But bro offered me the 70. That's a big thing on like relationships, and I learned, and I just took that money, I invested in more knowledge. Like, I said, I dropped out of college, but I started doing self-education, paying these people $3,000, $4,000, up to $20,000 for mentors and following different courses, just learning different shit, expanding my brain. You know what I'm saying? And even if I don't hop into that lane, I can empower another individual around me and put them in that lane.
Right. The
You know what I'm
younger generation. Yeah,
I got brothers, sisters, I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody around me, like, if y'all ever, like, been around people, they don't know what they want to do in life.
For sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I got the knowledge that I can imply, input, like, literal steps from the top people in their industry. I buy shit only from the top people in their industry. People that I like to learn from, people where I'm trying to go.
Right.
So,
what's your motivating factor? You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, what's the push behind your why?
I don't, like, bro, like my granddad got a saying, bro, your last name Fuller, you can't be broke. My granddad was a millionaire, like, type shit, like selling drugs and all that type of shit. Went to jail, got his life together, got his master's degree, like, type shit. Like, just that last name, having that last name Fuller is some strong shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those are getting money men. Like, because your last name Fuller, I gotta get money. Like, I have to. It's in my blood, damn near, to me.
So what's next for you?
What's next? I've been juggling a lot of stuff, and now I'm just trying to find out which one I'm gonna focus on. Cause I made a lot of money.
You're a rapper, a truck driver, not a truck driver, a truck owner, a business owner. Like, what else?
I got a vending machine company, ATM LLC. I got finna get into Airbnbs, finna get into rental cars. Like, I got a lot of stuff, but my brain can only handle so much shit. So I be needing people around me that I can just put into this place. Like, yeah, you run this business. Yeah, you run that business. Like, when I was pushing content, like I said, I'm a teacher as well. I threw a seminar last year in September. 45, 50 people came, and I sold a lot of my merch there as well. I got a clothing brand as well. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of things, a lot of businesses that I venture out to. I'm an author as well. That eventually I'm trying to get to the point where I'm trying to build a lot of passing lanes. So this is my goal at the end. Had the trucks running, box and semis. Had a vending machine routes around. Have ATMs sitting around. Everything I named is dang near 100% passive.
Right.
And being an author in the music. Because the music is the royalties. Like, I know podcasting, royalties, books, royalties for the rest of my life. My kids get that. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to just keep writing books and just go down as, like, one of the hardest authors ever. Like Napoleon Hill. I know a lot of people read Napoleon Hill.
Yeah,
he wrote that stuff in the 1920s and the 1930s. That's over.
Napoleon Hill is Think and Grow Rich, for those that don't know that.
Yes, sir.
That's over 100 years ago.
One of the best books ever wrote.
That's over
in the
years.
book history. And the way the shit that he talk about, I feel like people need to learn that in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? And even you ever read the Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah. That book cliche to me though.
Why you say that?
It's like everybody's starter. Like, no knock to the book, great book.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's like the starter book to me to financial literacy. I feel like a nigga must read Rich Dad Poor Dad and for sure Think and Grow Rich. Anything Napoleon Hill, for sure.
You follow David Ramsey?
No, cause his business, like his business model is not for everybody.
Right.
He save. Hopefully be a millionaire by the end of the day.
Yeah. I kind of get where he coming from though about being debt free, but it's like also saving ain't gonna really get you rich.
I got people that's rich off debt.
Yeah, here in America, it don't work like that. It means nothing to pay for things with cash because we move off of debt. Banks, lenders want to see how responsible you are with paying them back the money that's owed. So even if you is a debt-free person, all that, that's cool. You living in your own world. But here in America, you need debt, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And as well, too, like with the tax shit. You know what I'm saying? With taxes. I got in trouble with the law, with the IRS about taxes. Last year.
Don't fuck around with the IRS.
But if you was in debt, debt cannot be implied as income. So Elon and Jeff and all of them, like, or Apple, let's say Apple got a $100 billion play, right? They finna come out with these new devices or whatever. You know they got it in cash.
Right.
They go pull out a loan, and all the money that they made is gonna be back to paying that loan. But you know, like, if it's like a mortgage, you paying like a lower number than you really supposed to be paying back.
Right.
Yeah. So what people do is to not, what a lot of bigger companies do, what I learned is like, they using all borrowed money. And all, so you using all your assets,
Business 101. That's gonna be the name of this podcast.
You using all your assets to so that you don't have to pay. You using all your assets to borrow against your assets so you don't pay taxes. So let's say I got a vending machine route, $100,000, right? It make $100,000 a year. Or my stock portfolio, my stock portfolio $50,000. You feel me? I go to a bank, instead of making $50,000 a year or making $100,000 a year, I put my portfolio up, put my stock portfolio up, put my vending machine portfolio up, and I go to a lender and I request from the lender, let's say just 80% of that.
Right.
So 80% of 50,000 and 80% of the 100.
Right.
So you know you go get 80,000, and then if I'm not mistaken, you do the math on the 50. That's probably around 35, 40.
And you using they shit.
You using their money to invest in the different stuff instead of using your own money.
Right. So is it better to use other people's money, or is it better?
Definitely.
Real world business that's why they fundraise. You don't never put up your money. You always go raise capital through offering shares and stocks in a company or something if you go on public. But again, in real world business, that's why you have a limited liability company.
Facts.
So that the business is responsible for this. So that's the whole purpose of it.
Facts.
Why do a lot of people not want to use credit? I'm not gonna lie. I was a person who just hated credit cards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just scared of credit cards. I never was responsible enough or disciplined enough to use a credit card.
Man, you just said it, man. It really just comes from a lack of knowledge and education on the subject. Because I came in the game, like when you was talking about you was fucking up, I was already making real money going into my first run of making six figures and things of that nature. But since I was always cash heavy, I was always paying cash for my cars. I was always paying my rent up 6-7 months in advance. I would do smart stuff and buy original everything Rolexes and keep money in things like solitaire diamonds and shit and all of that. But the thing is, damn, my bad. It's just a lot of ways you can play it, man.
Like you said, though, knowledge is power, though. I didn't have the knowledge. My mama didn't teach me about credit. My daddy, my grandma always was in super debt. She like, don't get credit cards.
And what I can say about your generation, not to cut you up, you only really have access to that information for real.
At all.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't know shit about no LLC,
like
bro.
Yeah, bro. Man, listen. Man, you can figure out anything that you wanted to, bro. It's just up to you to go ahead and seek that information, bro. A lot of times, that's why I always speak about, like, not getting put in a box, bro, because we all got the ability to learn. And when people say all they know is this, it's like, dog, do you got a learning disability where you can't think outside of this? That's what that people will be pondering me with statements like that, bro, because you have the ability to learn, bro. We all go to school. We done did all the basics. But again, my dad would say things to me like, he would always tell me, like, I go get a Bentley right now, but I got to worry about paying the note. You know what I'm saying? He always let me know that I'm credit-wise, I'm worthy. I can go get whatever I want, but do I have the money to maintain that, or do I even want to put that stress on myself? And my dad was telling me that this is second grade type shit. You know what I mean? So, and again, we just, like I said, when I was coming up, I had lost my train of thought. I got it back now. I was always, because I'm thinking like a rap song. I'm thinking I'm living and paid in full, bro. Right. So I'm cash heavy. I'm always paying cash for cars. I'm paying cash for apartments and stuff because they not turning me down. I'm showing them on paper, paid out to my company, that in some months I'm making $15,000. You're going to get a luxury apartment. Yeah, you can afford it. Fuck what your credit is.
Right.
Because they know that you're gonna pay, and that's what I did. But I ended up getting dating a young lady, and that's how I met Raymond, because they would get all their cars and shit from Easy Auto. Well, when he's working at Snuff Camp.
Okay, shout out to Easy, man.
Yeah, shout out to our guy Easy, man. And that's when I first started becoming mindful of what my credit score is. And I had to co-sign. My mom's had to co-sign that 2013 Hemi Charger, and I fucked their credit up too. Ain't make one payment.
Oh, mama, a bankroll.
Listen, though, I took care of down the line.
Yeah, for sure.
I paid.
But that's what I was saying, though. Not to cut you off, we didn't have the knowledge, though. You know what I'm saying? You had it, but
not that it wasn't the knowledge in your face, though.
It wasn't that I didn't have the knowledge. I just was being arrogant in my ways because I could always pay for everything cash. I didn't need to finance anything.
Right.
So it just wasn't that. If it was something that I needed, they would tell me, hey, you got to go and get this credit score. Then, yeah, I would have went and did it. But, again, if I'm heavy cash, I'm just paying for everything.
Right.
So that was, I'm not even going to say that's an excuse, but, again, that's why I wasn't being privy to the whole thing with credit and everything. But now that I pass it on to my nephew, man. I got a whole playbook for him. And by the time he hit when he hit 19, he like 19, 20 now. He got offers from American Express. And he still don't listen. You're hard headed too. You still don't listen to the info I gave you.
Exactly. You going right back to what I was saying, dog.
He got the information, but he chooses not to use it. And he still be acting like he fucking retarded.
Why do you feel like the younger generation don't want to use the knowledge that we giving them though? Because he not the only person like that.
So something 19 Keys be saying is like knowledge is
Shout out to 19 Keys, yeah.
Knowledge is not power. Execution of knowledge is actually power.
Yeah.
Because like we all know niggas who know a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just can't be a nigga who just know a lot.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it be here, like the information be there, but they be, I don't know why. I don't know what's
it just until it becomes something that comes to your doorstep, it's not like you gonna stop living, you stop eating. It's not directly impacting anything. But let's say, okay, your shooter goes down. Now you need to go get a car. Well, now you need to have good credit to go finance. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why people are not interested or they're not jumping straight into it, seeing as I can leverage this to make money. Until it becomes something that hits your front door, people just gonna continue living how they living.
Right. I think you need to go through some shit to really understand.
Facts.
I didn't have this knowledge before until I went through a lot of shit. Until I got around people like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like-minded individuals. If I'm around 10 broke people, guess what I'm going to be?
Ooh,
the 11th broke one. You get what I'm saying?
Fucking 11th one.
And I had to really, take myself out of certain situations, you know what I'm saying? Because I was tired of being broke or I was tired of not having the knowledge. Like you said, you can read 1,000 books, you can do 1,000 podcasts, you can go through 1,000 seminars, audio books, all of that shit. But if you're not applying your knowledge to yourself, Smokey, you ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You gotta apply yourself.
Facts.
Yeah, you gotta apply it to your daily grind.
But it's something worse than being around 10 broke niggas is being a fucking shark in a pond full of fishes. Like for real.
Let me ask you this, Cal. So the 10 broke people you was around, are you still talking to them present day?
I feel like these are always going to be people who I love genuinely. You know what I'm saying? I'm not writing niggas off at all. I can't do that. But am I hanging around these niggas on a daily basis? No. Am I tapping in? What y'all doing? No. I feel like if you can't influence me, we text back and forth every day, all day. What's up, bro? What you got going on?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? We on a positive side. And I'm not saying that they not, but this type of shit that I need to increase my life. And I'm not going to lie. I've done it last year and I see the increase.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I ain't going to lie. My phone only ring for resources, bro. And I keep in contact. If I can't hit you at the spur of a moment and I can get $100 from you or a resource to get something that I need, I'm not fucking with you. I don't need moral support. I need an actual resource.
Facts.
And it's a two-way street. You can hit me the exact same way.
Facts.
That's like an unspoken code with me and my people in my circle. You can borrow a pair of white Air Force Ones. It's not gonna make or break nobody in the circle. You know what I mean? But if you got 5 people on the drop of a dime, you can get $100 from them. That's $500. $500 can hold you over until whatever you got going on gets better.
And you can flip that, make it back, get them that $5.
What I did with $500 before in my life, man.
Yeah. And that's just something that can really just hold you over. And again, if you fall out with somebody over $100, you need to fall out with them anyway.
Exactly. They need to be around you.
Yeah. So all that moral support, again, people, it's a misconception that thinking, oh, I done known this person 10 years, 20 years. Only thing y'all have in common is time.
That's a fact.
Don't waste your time with them anymore. And again, it's cutthroat, but again, I be asking sometimes with people that I love dearly, and I overhear conversations. I do not like being in people's business, but I would ask them in the most respectful way, why do you talk to them, bro? They ain't got nothing positive going on.
I hate that shit, bro.
Broke shit.
I really hate it, bro.
Why are you talking to them?
It get under my skin,
what you
dog.
talking to them for? I don't like that shit. Like, and it's not doing nothing good for you. Y'all done had a 3-hour conversation. It's about nothing.
Bad Girls Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get better, though. But if you had $10,000 right now at your age, what would you do with it?
It depends. Because $10,000 right now, what's my credit score?
10,000. We just talking 10,000.
Just 10,000.
At a The average 22-year-old.
Give me a base credit score.
Okay, the average 22-year-old.
630.
630.
630.
Is that what the average? 630.
All right, easy. This is what I'm gonna do.
It's a fair. Okay, 630.
630.
I come across 10,000 at the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh shit, I got 10,000. I'm from the hood. I ain't never really had shit.
Before I do anything, this is what I'm about to do. I'm gonna take the 5,000. I'm gonna put it to the side. $1,000. I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna take 1,500 and I'm gonna get 2 to 3 primaries. I'm gonna get self, kick off. I'm gonna get credit strong. These all things that ain't got no inquiry. No increase. You can go apply for it right now. If you got a real social, even sometimes synthetic, you will get approved. Mm-hmm. Cool. I can guarantee you that. Then I'm gonna take the 500. I'm gonna go to Capital One and I'm gonna put a security card down for them. I'm gonna go to Discover. I'm gonna take a 500 security card for them. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go to Navy Federal. I'm not gonna get a security card.
Hey, Rucci, I mean, you can read while you. Oh my goodness. Hey, everything he just said, I already have all that.
That's crazy,
This
dog.
is the type of shit though I sell to people though.
No, for sure.
So look,
free gems at the Stab Lab, man.
Yeah.
So after that, right? Then you go take you this other 500. We gonna go to Navy Federal though this time. And dang, I don't know the loan off the top of my head.
What he doing is borrowing against his money. I'm gonna give y'all the banking terms.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 500 into Navy Federal, put it in my savings. Then I'm gonna get a loan upon that. Mm-hmm. Cool. After about 3 months, I'm gonna be at a 700, 750. Now with that other 500, I just need one strong trade line. I'm gonna get one strong trade line. That's on my shit. Boom.
You need to go to Credit Strong, get that $25K. It costs $450 on the month, but once it reports, you Gucci.
Yep.
That's a primary loan.
I'm gonna give me an LLC as well. We got LLCs over here for $100. $100 state filing fee. Pay me $50 for you being lazy. Cool. Now I got my LLC. I got my credit in order. Boom. Now I'm finna go get a mentor. A mentor can run you anywhere from. I got mentorship for $1,000. But other people, more higher level people, 7-figure earners, the niggas I pay, $3,000 will run you $3,000 to $5,000. You go pay them whatever your lane is, whether it can be podcasts, it can be vending machines, ATMs, trucks, whatever it is. I'm going to go learn from the top dog in that industry. You feel me? I'm pay them. Let's say we gonna meet them right there in the middle. So instead of 5,000, we gonna say 2,500. So where we at right now? 4,000. We at 4,000 right now.
About 42. Yep.
Yep. So we about 4,000, 4,200 right there. I'm gonna pay the mentor. Now, depending on the lane is how fast the money go get back. Depending on what your lane is. Now, with that being said, it's more of a waiting game now.
Right.
So mind you, I don't even want to touch the 5,000 over here. That's our safety net.
But why you waiting though?
Because credit takes time.
No. I'm saying not why you waiting, but while you waiting.
Yeah.
We might want to dip in, hit the mall, hit the strip club. You know what I'm saying?
No, sir.
Do the activities that don't mean shit because it feel like we missing out.
Never.
You know what I'm saying?
I got rid of FOMO a long time ago because it don't matter. I done been on top of the world before, all this designer and all this stuff. I can get girls without it. Right. And anybody who got FOMO or anything, if you're missing out on buying designer and stuff like that, go buy you some jewelry.
So that, you know what I'm saying?
You're missing out.
Facts.
Like, go buy some jewelry on some honest stuff. Just take that one time and go buy you some jewelry. It can be a plain Rolex where you can, $10,000, you can sell it right back if you get messed up. You feel me? You can go buy that, or you can go buy a little chain, a little pendant or something from Hutch or something. That way you ain't gonna never have to buy clothes again. I promise you that.
That's a fact.
I had jewelry for 3 years. 2 different chains. All I wear is t-shirts and Adidas pants every day. I might do some designer shoes or something every once in a while. But I only wear Adidas pants and polo t-shirts. My friends will tell you. Or my brand. I wear rich ass nerds, or I wear black owned businesses. You buy you some jewelry, you ain't gonna never have to get dressed again doing dumb stuff, $3,000, $5,000 on outfits. That's retarded.
No, that's slow, man. I've been out of that. But I'm damn near glad that we went through that just to understand, like, that fear of missing out, you can really fuck some shit up.
Bro, I used to hustle for $2,000, bro. Walk in Former Vintage, spend the whole check.
I think we all did that.
Walk in Revive, spend the whole thing. And then you walking in Revive, you can only get one item with 2,000. You can get about 3 shirts, maybe.
Amiri's, a little t-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
yo, shout out to Mitch at Revive. Shout out to my guys.
Definitely shout out to Revive, man.
They always take good care of me, man. I get a lot of gifts from them and stuff, man. We built a good working relationship during the pandemic, man. Know where I'm headed at next with the fashion, Cal?
Where?
Man, coming up with the next designer or the head at a fashion house, and whatever season is coming up, they hitting me like, Poe, put this on for your next pod and everything like that.
That's where it's at.
That's where it's at.
I done did everything, man. People that's been following me for years know I get up and I go get dressed in the mall. Like, and it starts at the low level from Foot Locker. I'm talking about literally you come clean, shower, buy everything, socks on up, the whole outfit, get changed. I'm out the door for the day.
Facts.
Then I work my way to Saks doing that. Shout out to Jules in the men's department at Saks in the A. If you don't know Jules, you're probably not really getting fresh in the A like that. But I've done it. I've been on Jeffrey Call list. I've done everything on the retail side. Now it has to come factory direct. That's my next goal, where level of fashion at for me.
I think that's both or all three of us. You know what I'm saying? Coming with the merch. I think it's more valuable on our side to sell the merch or to put our brand out there. Like you said, to have somebody like, look, wear this on the next podcast so we can get the revenue in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then we can also grow our business as well. And like you said, I've been on that merch shit so tough, you know what I'm saying, these last few months. It's not easy, though, at all.
It's not easy.
At all. People think you can just jump in the merch game and just take the fuck off. Hell no. Like, that should take time, patience, so many suppliers.
I'm blessed, though.
Man, you missed the wave. You missed the wave when I was hand making the leather and python belts.
Man,
remember when Renzo Cardoni was popping?
Yeah.
He was making all the print jerseys. I was making the whole belt, bro. I'm talking about literally from scratch. I used to go to Tandy Leather and get the raw plain straps of leather by itself. You got to put on everything, bro.
Right.
And then finish it off with that python. Big ass snake thing that roll out the whole fucking skin. I was selling them bitches for $350.
Them bitches was high.
Yeah, and niggas
them jerseys was high as hell.
Man, listen, niggas was really copping, bro. That I ain't gonna lie. I sold like 2 belts that got me back home to the D. Yeah, like, so when you going through your woes now of figuring out the merch game and clothes and stuff, I just like let them learn.
Man, I hate it, dog. You know I hate it, dog.
Let him learn.
I was on it all day today, dog.
Learn.
All day today on the merch run, bro. And I'm like, I'm gonna try to find it. Try to see, you know what I'm saying, my niche in the merch game, but I feel like now it was like,
man.
Yeah.
I was so blessed in the merch game because I got it handed to me. Like, for real. My daughter, granddad, he owned Filthy Rich Clothing. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty popular, like in Detroit with Mr. Allen's. He had a partnership with Mr. Allen's for a little second. And bro, he literally broke everything down to me and made it so simple and it was so cost efficient for me as well too. It was just a matter of like really like getting out here and really selling it. But as far as like finding the plugs and things like that, all that stuff was like handed to me in my lap. So when I was hearing a lot of stuff, like what people be paying for a certain merch and
shit, connect us then.
Yeah, we need it, bro.
Shit,
we need it bad. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk for sure.
Yeah, we need it bad. So when did you ever like come in the game? Like, I need a mentor, you know what I'm saying, to level up or to scale up in my business.
I used to be scared with money. Like, I'm one of those guys who like, bro, I'm so frivol, bro. Like, I don't spend money on nothing.
I mean, shit.
I don't spend money on nothing, but probably like, it's kind of like, probably like out the country and stuff like that. That's where I like to spend my money now, out the country. But not even, I don't really like to spend money. But when I see somebody balling, like, I feel like it's a different level to balling.
It is.
And I just see somebody on another level of balling. Like, you can, if you take this, you can break down in different contexts. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see somebody balling. I don't care if he 2 levels above me, bro. What do I need to get there? Like, how much do I need to get there? What sauce do I need to get here to get where they at? I need the formula, because all mathematics is a formula.
Facts.
And just implying these numbers. So what Alex did, like, to me, which was, I kind of got, like, spoiled in that, too. Because when I gave him $3,000, that's the best $3,000 I ever spent to this day.
That's him $500, right?
No, Alex Get Energy, he the trucking.
Okay.
The whole circle of CEOs. But they had, everybody was, what they do is it's crazy. Like, we'll talk outside of the podcast, but, like, what they do is some crazy stuff. Like, we all partners. So I'm going to come talk on your stuff. You go come talk on my stuff. You go come talk in my class. We all go talk in each other's class. You know what I'm saying? And we spreading the wealth around that way. And since we all bigging each other up, everybody go come by from all of us. Like, so it was really hard.
Smart
like,
though.
So you come here do a hard segment for us real quick. Now people go buy into you. That's what they had going on. But I ain't found a course better than Alex's. So I literally bought the best course on the market in the past 4 years.
Now, when you say you bought the course, what does this course consist of? Break it down. You don't have to go into details, but
Okay,
when you say
so
the course, how is it that it?
Any question you ever had about trucking in your life is in there.
Okay.
From top to bottom. And we were hopping on calls every 2 weeks.
So for this is, I take it that what these people are doing is, they are sitting down, taking the time to compile maybe, I don't know, a year worth of information, shrink it down, and make it dummy proof so that anybody on any level of education can understand it, how to get in motion.
And you get richer off education than you do in your actual industry. Now, mind you, my mentor was an 8-figure guy before he got into this. 10 million. He told us 10 million. He a 30, 40 million guy off of teaching now.
Yeah, because you're selling information. The data is where it's at. That's
the
why
best shit.
That's why Facebook is. It didn't click to me. I didn't understand why a company like Facebook that didn't sell nothing was worth $1 billion. I'm like, what's the dude name? What's the
Mark
Facebook
Zuckerberg.
name? I'm like, how is Zuckerberg worth all this money and they don't have a product to sell? But the thing is that they have all this data on people, and then it's the advertising revenue.
Right.
You know, from the information gathered on this website, you have a blueprint to what people want.
Right.
Daily updating their life, saying what they want, this, that, other. So advertisers come in, and that's how you make your money. Facts. I didn't understand that for the longest.
And he hella advertised.
He finished in the business world too, though.
Think so?
As
far as meta and everything?
Facebook is gonna be straight. But as far as
you say he finished?
Yeah. Because he has no allies in the business world. Elon Musk doesn't like him. Jeff Bezos doesn't like him. None of these top guys like him because he's a thief. He never invented anything. Like y'all know, he stole it from the twins.
He stole from his man.
He stole that whole idea. That's why he hasn't came out with another product. And Elon able to do something like that. And Amazon is able to ship off into other businesses. And all these other companies are able to. He has no backing from none of them.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But Facebook and Meta is one of the greatest apps ever created.
They feel like Meta might not do that good in the stock world, though.
It goes up and down. It goes up and down. But everything is. But another thing about stocks, too, like I'm not a financial advisor or nothing, but everything's at an all-time low right now with these prices and things of that sort. Everything's at an all-time low. So you can buy anything right now, and like 2 years from now, you go be thinking for sure.
So is it a good time to jump into the stocks?
It's a good time to jump into a lot of stocks with your own research, though.
Right. I'm glad you put that. Listen, we are not financial advisors, okay?
We have all-time lows right now.
Right.
Everything. Amazon is at $100. When could you ever buy something so valuable?
What is Apple at?
I think it's like at 129 right now.
129. I heard it's gonna go to like 90. That's what I heard.
And that's another thing too about stocks, because you can buy it at a low price, right? You can buy it at a low price, but it can get lower.
Right.
So what you want to do is when it get lower, what you want to do with cash, like with anybody who buys stocks, like you want to stack your money till it get to a certain price. Mm-hmm. And then it could you got to keep some more money on the side too where it get even lower.
Right. Because
when a lot of people, when they jump into stocks and stuff like that, it's very complicated. But when a lot of people, they jump into stock, they probably jump to it at a very high price.
Do you have a method that you use to identify when to buy and sell?
Yep. So on Webull, which is an app like Robinhood, if anybody familiar with stocks, it's something called analysis. Mm. You feel me? Anytime anybody talking about a stock doing good, don't buy. Mm. And if you got it, sell. But when people like, oh shit, I'm selling all my shit, this shit going down. Like
that was with Dogecoin. When everybody talking about Dogecoin,
like where is that right now?
I ain't even heard of Dogecoin.
When the GameStop wave was going, where GameStop at right now?
Gone.
Any wave you ever thought of it going having a crazy bull run, you want to sell at that time. But when something's going down, if it's a great company, so like I'm not a firm believer in GameStop. So when GameStop dropped, I'm not finna buy it hoping that it go back up.
Right.
But it's something like Amazon that's normally here and it goes down here, and I know that Amazon gonna be around for the next 100 years. Why would I not buy into it?
That's a fact.
Why would I not buy into these new EV chargers, and knowing that the world is going to the EV side?
Right.
Even with Amazon being at $100 still, to even turn a profit, you need to be able to buy that stock by the hundreds, maybe even thousands. So it's not. Even though that sounds like that's cheap, my G, you gotta have some cheese.
You do, but I feel like you can still. I feel like with the 10,000 we was talking about,
shouldn't be we shouldn't be trying to live on stocks anyway.
No. See, people be trying to
when you're trying to take advantage of these small, like a penny or two. Just having one or two ain't.
Yeah, they say penny stocks ain't where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like that's to get your knowledge of it, cool, but you not trying to get rich off. You know what I'm saying?
You want to get rich off stocks, you got to do something that's really complicated that I'm finna learn, that I'm really finna sit down and take my time to learn once I get my passive stuff going. That's option trading. And that's real money. It's sports betting for stocks, but that's to put it in better terms. Like for and people really get rich off of that, and people really can go broke. But that's for like real intelligent individuals. But like I said, it's courses and people in group chats that you can pay to get in they chat. Right. Anything you ever want to do in life, you can literally buy into the greatest stuff right now.
Right. So did you ever? You said you went to college in Houston?
Yep. Texas Southern University.
Okay. Did you finish your degree?
Nope.
Why you didn't finish your degree? If you don't mind me asking.
I didn't finish, bro, because I was being a follower, bro. I had 4 individuals who was supposed to go to this school with me. I had a full ride to any college you can name except for the prestigious U of M. I had a scholarship to go to any college in the world. I graduated with a 3.8 accumulative, and I barely even went my senior year. That'll just tell you like how much of my stuff I was on 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade year to barely go my senior year and still graduate with a cumulative of 3.8. Accepting into almost every single college, full rides to every single college. I went to a HBCU just being a follower. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to an HBCU, but that turned me to a man for real. I didn't learn nothing academically. Like, I was like probably one of the smartest guys on campus, 30 people in the classroom, wasn't learning nothing. You know what I'm saying? Lack of resources. It was just so much stuff. So when I said I was going to come back home, I was just going to go to Michigan State. And the pandemic had happened. And then pandemic had happened. I had learned about the trucks, and it was on from there. And then I started making 6 figures like that year. The year I dropped out, I made 6 figures that year. I haven't made under 6 figures since I dropped out of college.
So do you regret going to school?
Never.
So would you tell your generation now to go to college?
If you go to college, I salute all the people who got businesses and is in college, because that network, I feel like everybody should go to college for at least 1 or 2 years just to gain that network. That network I got friends from all over the country from 6 months. So imagine if I stayed 1 to 2 years.
The right college, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The right college.
Yeah, go to the right college. I mean, you can go to a college for the experience.
I wish I went to Wayne State.
For sure.
You hate Wayne State.
I hate it, dog.
You got a bone.
I didn't learn. I'm not gonna lie and say I ain't learned nothing, because it helped me be a better man today. But I feel like what I should have learned a lot better at an HBCU or torn outside of the regular colleges.
It's just a lot of broke niggas. That's
all, bro.
We just a bunch of broke niggas trying to figure it out.
Yeah, like that's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really know. I was going. My mama said, graduate high school, go to college, get a job. You know what I'm saying? The regular shit. And I'm like, Ma, that shit didn't work out for me. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, do you want to put a cap? I feel like getting a degree. Like I said, I come from a very educated family. I feel like they were putting caps on themselves because a job could take so much of your time, and sometimes.
Yep.
And people don't have that. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with none of it, because I feel like I'm one of those guys. I could go to college, have a job, and still have successful businesses.
For sure.
And if I do something, it's because I love it. If I did go to college and finish it, it's because I love it. But I found out teachers don't make enough. My granny is an educator. No. She make $40-something thousand a year.
You gotta love.
I was bringing that type of money in her house every other month.
Right.
So it's like, she's seeing this stuff, and I'm like, Granny, I'm gonna be a teacher, and I'm a teacher through social media though. I ain't got no degrees, I ain't got nothing, and on average I'm making more money. You can't sell your merch in no classroom. You can't sell this book. You can't sell 2 of your books in somebody's class. You got to follow curriculum. You teaching these kids wrong things anyway.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Me being a teacher, I'm trying to lead people the right way on straight self-development. Not even all about business sometimes. It's really more about self-development. So when people call me, I'm not a business guru. Like, I only made 6 figures. I ain't touched 7 figures.
You got a lot of knowledge, though, man, to be a 22-year-old. I'm not going to lie. I've never met a 22-year-old with this much knowledge.
Appreciate it. It's a bunch of us out here, though.
Yeah,
when you go
sure.
start going to those, like, Earn Your Leisure doing the great thing for.
Shout out to Earn Your Leisure, man.
You go to them events, a bunch of people just like me, and that's what keeps me humble.
Do you ever go to them events?
Hell yeah.
Did you go to the one last year?
When they came here in Detroit?
No, what was it last year? The event that they gave.
They always throw an Invest Fest. I never been
Invest Fest. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I never been to an Invest
Fest. We gotta
go
this year. This year we going this year for sure.
I always want to go. I always went to their networking events, and I went to the stuff at the Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
And I just found out it's like more like-minded individuals like me in my age group, and those are the people I'm trying to get around right now.
For sure.
Because like I got somebody like Mac, his name the Investor Spot on Instagram. My man's Mac, that's a guy who just like me, like have a street background and things of that sort, but he about his business and he keep me accountable and I keep him accountable, and that's who I need around me.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Like-minded individuals.
And that's why college is important.
Yeah, college is definitely important.
Because we all trying to reach the same goal. We all trying to get our degree or do different things in life. You know what I'm saying? All smart individuals. Imagine going to U of M. Ain't no nigga there a dummy.
I ain't never, man. You can't even, man. U of M is crazy. It's like a secret society.
I got two. Both my auntie and my uncle graduated from U of M, and my cousin. Both of my cousins graduated from U of M.
Yeah, all doctors, lawyers. Like you go to U of M, you gonna learn some shit.
They some prestigious individual, and those the first people I seen like balling off reward points and stuff of that sort. And they took a whole nother route. You know what I'm saying? They took a whole nother route. Like my auntie and they got funny ass trick. Like before the reward points, they'd go have their kid get a job at Delta. Now the whole family got free flights. Little smart ass tricks.
That's smart
like
though.
That.
That's smart though. I fuck with that.
They been doing little smart ass shit like that, dog.
I definitely fuck with that.
It's just a different way of thinking and applying something to it.
That's important. I love being around other individuals that are smart.
Out here, man, in life, it's about finding the loopholes, man, and that networking is key. And it doesn't have a lot of people think the top guys are the ones in Dior head to toe, the bust downs, and all the
don't be the ones.
and riding around in the whips, and it's really a smart ass nerd, like he said, that's sitting in the corner, that's quiet, and that's real life to connect. But they won't, just because he's not dressed up and modeled as this way, a typical or stereotype way, you'll overlook them every time. That's why I always say, for me, I'm going to say it 1,000 times. This is the main reason why I don't want to be labeled, put in no type of box, because what you can do is miss out.
You miss out on a lot.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of knowledge that you need to learn because you thinking he ain't got the latest drip on. And he said it, shit. We done been there.
So many people don't give a fuck about that.
I know people,
bro. It don't
just
even
don't want to
sense.
be seen.
Yeah,
Real
bro,
top guys don't want to be seen.
No, it's a guy. Go ahead.
No, I just saying, like me, bro. Like I literally, like, I love shit like this, bro. Even though this is a $250 jogging suit, I'm gonna trap in this bitch for a month or two straight, and I'm gonna get every dollar out this bitch, and I'm comfortable.
For sure.
Most of the time, I'm just riding around making plays, or what we doing right now. I'd rather be comfortable and practical than to have on some jeans all day and all of that. Yeah, fuck all of that, bro.
Comfortability, man. That's the best.
Be comfortable in your own skin. You still crispy. I can step in anywhere right now.
Yeah, and you can go wherever. You can still bag hoes. Like you can still, you know what I'm saying? It's the knowledge behind it, bro. We got to get around like-minded individuals, man.
And another thing too, though, being smart, bro. Girls love that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You
Bro,
gotta feed
like,
that.
The right girls though.
Bro, girls love that shit.
The right girls though.
Like, that's one thing I can say for sure. Like, girls love that shit. Like,
Yeah. You got to stimulate their mind, bro. So many dudes want to.
can't even hold a conversation.
Can't hold a conversation.
Terrible
All
combo,
that is I got my watch. Can you give me some head?
Right.
I know you little head. Got a watch.
I'm such and such. My name,
Yeah,
you know,
one day I got 20,000 followers. Like, nigga, we be the ones with 2,000 followers and still popping her. You know what I'm saying?
You know I'm D. Ray Davis' assistant. All types of name, man.
Lame-os, man. So before we get out of here, man, I need you to do one favor, one thing, man. Give the younger generation something something to lean on, bro. something to take on with in their later life. You know what I'm saying? Give them some motivation, some encouragement.
One thing, what I can say for sure, bro, discipline, bro. It's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong lesson. But you get you some discipline. You feel me? You get you some credit. You get to know yourself and just want to better yourself in every aspect. Like, it's not just about the money. Because I done had a bunch of money sitting down at one time, depressed as hell before. I went through that stage as well. So get in tune with, like, learning and loving yourself, getting around the right individuals, finding you a mentor, just paying people to wherever. If you see somebody ahead of you in some spot, no matter what industry it's in, pay that man. Pay that man for his time and his information, because it's going to get you very, very, very far. And a standing still dollar as a dollar is not doing nothing. For sure.
I like
Don't
that.
be scared to invest.
I like that. We got one last segment. Paul, I'm going to let you go ahead and kick it off on.
Yes, sir. We like to end the lab off on a banger. My G, Jay Rucci in the building.
Yeah.
It's time to leave an impression on the people, man. Go ahead, hit them folks off with a story, something that stuck out to you in life. It can be something that was sad, happy, a learning lesson. But dig into that archive. You can take a second if you need to think on it, but leave the people with an impression, something you done learned from this lifetime that just stuck out to you.
Lifetime, nigga, 22.
Yeah, you know. Hey, you know, wisdom ain't got nothing to do with that.
Hey, it don't.
It comes from experience.
It don't.
I'm trying to think, bro.
Could have just been a good time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
On some funny shit, dog. When I found out that, like, it's people in my lane of shit that legalize what the fuck I do.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hardest shit ever. Like, when I was finding, like what bro was saying about loopholes and shit, I'm going to tell a funnier story. Let me just tell y'all how I got arrested or whatever.
Okay.
I done did a lot of crazy ass shit in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got arrested over $300, bro.
Damn.
It always be like that, dog.
I got arrested over $300. Fucking around at Michigan State. Some girls was fighting. Took a girl card. We got to get out the hospital because one of the girls we with, I get cut. We got to get out the hospital. They use the card to get out. So that's how they get girl tags. I'm in the car. I got a merchant machine at the time. I run her shit through the merchant, right? Cool. But I go get some KFC.
A merchant machine is the what?
It's a POS system.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was on some business shit back then.
Right.
Like, basically, so I ran her through the car system or whatever, right? I go get some KFC. I'm in the crib. I'm watching TV. I take a picture. In the picture, it's a bag KFC right there. Mind you, the case, they been watching the girls in them. For me being a little bit popular, they looking at my Instagram and shit. So they looking at my Instagram or whatever. They screenshot it, sent to the police. Cool. What? Before all this, they have nothing on me. I got the pictures and everything. They got a bunch of pictures of me. Got a bunch of my Instagram stories. Stay off of Instagram too, because they was screenshotting the shit of my stories, and it wasn't even the police. It was the actual card holder. But since they got into the fight, mind you, they got into the fight with the girl. So she on some even more piss shit. Like, I ain't gonna say no other shit, but she probably on some piss shit. Like, bro, they probably they felt like they lost the fight or whatever, so they pissed about that. And we go get this nigga too. So they got it. Bro, I called the lawyer. I get this nigga the money. I'm like, bro, we got this first shit beat, bro. We worry about this gun, bro. Like, we got this first shit. Sure. They ain't got shit on me, bro. Man, bro, I get my shit back. It's 7 witnesses on my shit. And I just had to tell that nigga, like, bro, it's over. Like I told bro, like, it's over. And I was just telling, and what the fucking judge told me, you know what they said?
What?
They say, based off this discovery, we know you do a whole lot of shit, but this is what we got you on.
What age was you?
I was 19.
19.
Happened. So I think I was scot-free too. Oh yeah, I gotta let y'all know this shit. I thought I was scot-free before the lawyer shit even came. I'm driving down somewhere. I get flicked. I got the gun on me. They tell me I got a warrant in Lansing. Cool, boom. Like I told you, I told the lawyer that we got this shit beat. I don't even know why I'm paying you, sir. Like, on that type of time type shit. But come to find out, they had me beat 7 witnesses on my shit. And then, cool, Haida.
Save your ass.
The gun, I'm thinking in my mind of so much shit. You feel me? But when I had my trucking company and shit then. So I got my goals written. I keep my goals on my phone. I got them on here
too.
I got them on here to this day. You feel me? I keep my goals on my phone, but I had them like as a list. Like mentally, I'm trying to be here. Physically, I'm trying to be here. You feel me? In this business, I'm trying to scale this to this. I'm trying to scale this to that. He reading the shit. You feel me? He like, you'll be home by tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I'm just thinking like, he's saying it as like regular procedures, like 72 hours, like, but I'll be home by tomorrow because I'm gonna see the judge. When I was in jail, bro, for like 16 hours and shit because I got arrested like early in the, like 2 in the morning or something. I'm not seeing the judge. You feel me? The judge not coming to me. They got some shit now, I guess, when you go to jail. Release due to investigation. You feel me? So, I don't know what the officer said to dog or whatever, but I don't got a gun case and I got my CPL.
That's G. That's G. That's G. That's God, boy.
Most definitely.
That's definitely
like,
God.
I feel like he gave me a second chance.
Man, listen, he'll do it. He will do it, buddy.
But he put me through some hell, though,
He got to, though.
Because that ride back, bro, I dislocated my shoulder playing football like almost 10 years ago. I was in 8th grade down there. Bro, I'm in handcuffs for an hour, 40 minutes having an anxiety attack in that bitch down there. Telling, bro, if you don't pull over and loosen these bitches, bro, I'm putting a case on y'all niggas. Roll the window all the way down. Hour 40, shoulder, like, burning. And you know some funny shit, like, when you get arrested, I don't know, like, if you ever got arrested for or whatever, but, yo, like, you start to itching and shit when you don't got access to your hands for some reason. Like, even when you in church praying and some shit. Like,
yeah, I don't know what it is. I know what you're saying, though. I don't know what it is.
Like, I don't know what it is, but when you don't got access to your hands, you just start itching and shit, like, on some weird-ass shit. I'm banging my face, like, on the cage and shit in that bitch or whatever. It's cold as hell in the jail cell and shit. And then I bond out. They tell me my bond, it's some light ass shit. I'm like, bro, $2,500, oh shit, we going home. But I'm like, I couldn't. Then the person in Lansing, you know, they always try to do some janky shit in Detroit, like the Wayne County like jails and shit like that. I could have bonded out in the jail there. I had the money on me, but I can't bond out with my money. My mama could have went and came up there and gave me the money, but they just wanted to take me on that ride or whatever.
Yeah.
As soon as I got there, they're like, yeah, you ain't even had to come up here, bro. Yo, you could have just paid the bond. I paid the bond. I got out of jail. My girl told me she was pregnant.
Damn.
This
What
crazy,
a hell of a story, bro.
crazy ass scenario.
Hell of a story, man.
Hell of a story.
Man. But I hope and pray that y'all really took heed to this young brother's information that he dropped. We dropped a lot of jewels today, man. A lot of jewels. And it's the reason why the Stab Lab podcast is going to continue to grow, because we got gentlemen like these two who has a lot of knowledge, you know what I'm saying, that we giving away for free. We got the Patreon coming soon, so we got some real exclusive shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my next birthday party gonna be live. It's gonna be hella ass.
Patreon is definitely in the work.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's definitely in the work, man. But
That secret society.
it's crazy. This the type of shit we gonna have on Patreon, though. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you for spending time with us at the Stab Lab podcast, brother. I pray and hope that you continue to grow, man, and stay on the right path. Continue to, with that knowledge, man. We're gonna kick it on the outside. And keep growing, man. I appreciate you. I thank you, man.
Thank
you. Got any last words you wanna, you know what I'm saying?
Go get that album that just came out too. Where's Rucci on Apple Music? Go play all my old shit too. All the sign here's, all that shit. I got more shit coming soon on the rap side, being more consistent. The book still finna be dropping. The ebooks finna still be dropping. Finna get back to putting more content out. The merch finna come back out too. The Rich Ass Nerd merch finna come back out. And I'm working, bro.
We working, man.
I'm working. I'm trying to reach that M for that 25 mark.
You will, brother. You will.
Keep get it.
Trust me, you there. You can follow me at Perfect Timing on Instagram at PERFECT_TIMING. Where can they find you at, Poe?
The one and only Lord Poe on IG.
Yes, sir. But we appreciate y'all. Stay tuned to the next episode of the Stab Lab podcast, man.